Hello, how y'all doing? My name is Bernie Thompson, and today we're here to take a look at this little 2017 Volvo XC90. Guys, this is one crazy car, and this car is deemed unfixable. So okay, the first thing I want to do is get a scan tool on this car and get some basic data so we can figure out how to fix it. So let's go ahead and get the scan tool on this vehicle. Okay guys, I got the scan tool up and we can see right away that I don't have code set and the monitors aren't complete. So that just tells me they've cleared the codes. And we can see right here, the codes have been cleared, and that's why I have no monitors run. So that's okay. I'm familiar with that when I work on shops cars. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go look at the data. The reason that I'm looking at this car is a P0171 fuel system lean. And guys, this car is lean. The shop says that 70% trim is what this car is setting, a 70% trim. I don't know I've ever even seen a car have 70% trim counts. That's a lot of trim. Okay, now right here we can see our trims are fine. But guys, that's at idle. You never ever check you don't sit in a bay and look for a fuel trim issue. You gotta go drive the car dynamically. Okay guys, hop in and let's go for a ride. Okay guys, we're out on a drive. Now I'm interested in the fuel trim, so what I want to do is come over to the sharpshooter and I want total fuel trim, short plus long.
Correction, good.
And now we're gonna chart this to see where our trims really are. Okay guys, now the first thing is this vehicle is a 4-cylinder engine that makes 316 horsepower and 300 foot-pounds of torque. Okay, that means that I got to go get on a road where I can turbo this car because I'm afraid to do that in this neighborhood. So we're going to just drive over here real easily until we can get on a stretch of road where it's safe to get this thing in turbo mode. Because 300 horsepower is going to make me go 80 miles an hour in no time flat, so we can't do that over in this neighborhood. So we're going to drive a little bit over here. But okay guys, the other thing about this 300 horsepower, this car has a supercharger and a turbocharger on it. Is that insane or what? The only engines I've worked on with a turbo and a supercharger is Detroit diesels. And that was a long time ago in the early 80s when I was a diesel mechanic. Okay, so I haven't worked on any car like this in a long time. This is a pretty insane little car. Why a soccer mom needs a 300 plus horsepower car with 300 foot-pounds of torque, you've got me, but that's what they've built here. This is just a soccer mom's car. Holy moly. I guess you need to get your kids over to the soccer field mighty quick, huh? Okay guys, this is a stretch of road where I can get in it safely, so let's get in it. Okay, I'm punched, and it still pulls pretty good. The engine sounds okay, but look at how much trim we're adding. Wow. Now I can almost hear a little bit of pinging there at the end. It almost sounded like the engine started to ping really lightly. We're going to turn around up here and come back the other way, and we'll get another pull on this thing. But we can see that the bottom side of this car doesn't have a fuel trim problem. So if you thought you were just going to go drive this car around your shop, you would never even see the problem. You have to drive the car through the dynamic range to find fuel trim issues. It's just that simple.
Bank 1 fuel trim. Good.
Okay, we're going to turbo. I'm in it. I'm pulling hard. All red cells. Okay, so that's good enough for me. I see what I need to see. Now I need to pull over where I can sort of look at this data. Because you never look at the data while you're driving. That'd be very dangerous. So let's just get up here where I can pull over. I can see they're all red. And the shop says it'll get 70% trim And 70% trim is hard to comprehend. That is a lot of trim. Like most cars won't give you 70% trim, but apparently Volvo does. We'll see. I don't know what these trims are yet, but we're about to find out. I can get pulled over here. We still need to come back up onto this road because I'm going to need another pull. I need to do a VE test, volumetric efficiency test. But I need to look at this data first. So here we are. We're going to whip down here and take a real quick look. Okay, they're close. 68%, 69% trim is there, 67%. It's almost 70% trim, guys. They weren't kidding. They were right. Holy moly, that's a lot of trim. Okay, so I need to do a couple more tests, so we're going to pull around here. I need to pull around. And we need to do a VE test, and I also want to look at the fuel, what the lambda is when we're under a load. Is it even keeping fuel control under that load? Is 70% enough to keep it in fuel control? Wow, this is a crazy car, huh? I don't know, 70%'s a lot. I would imagine we're still in fuel control, but the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over here to VE.
Good.
Okay, so this is the VE chart. Here's your data. Engine size, temperature of the day, elevation. That's all okay. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a pull through first and second. Get it in the turbo.
Charging system voltage low.
Now we want to take a look at this data.
Charging system voltage good.
Okay, now right here, it does not say that this is a scaled car. And this is a supercharged, turbocharged car. Without me having it scaled, the data is not going to be right, so you need to come to power. Okay, so the horsepower got to be 275, and by OE specs, it should have basically 316. But when it's this hot out and I'm a mile high on turbocharged engines, I usually don't hit the expected power. So I'm okay with this. And two, we don't even know if with all this trim being added, if the engine is allowing this to go into full boost or not. We're gonna okay, so I'm gonna clear all the PIDs.
Engine vacuum.
And then I'm gonna come in here.
Open circuit battery.
And I'm gonna pick short term, long term, and I'm gonna pick the RAF sensor. Now the RAF sensor will give me lambda, so I can see if when I go full trim, did I keep lambda? Did I keep fuel control? I want to see if that 70% is going to keep it at fuel control under full load. So here I'm a lambda of 1, I'm idling, so that's what I'd expect. These are my trims, they're good, but we know we don't have a problem sitting here at idle. So we're going to go to graph, and then we're going to do a turbo pull. Now we're going to look at that data. So the white is total trim, the yellow is short-term trim, and we can see that basically we're hitting 65% trim. Now what I want to do is I want to go down here and we want to zoom in on the Lambda. So right here where we're under 60% trim, I have about a Lambda of 1, and when I let out I get this little dip right here and it looks rich. It looks like where I should be under full boost, not when I let out. Let's measure this. Yep, look at that, 8.2. That dip where I let out should have been the mixture when I was under boost. So I'm too lean. Even with 60% trim, I'm lean at 0.1. That's way too lean for a turbo. I let out with this little dip, and that goes to 0.8, where we should have been the whole time I was under boost with 60% trim. This dip is very, very interesting. With how much trim we're getting, and can we, it's the same thing. So we're going to see if we're keeping fuel control, and we just saw we were. So now we can go to digital and we see that we've got our everything here. But now the green is the map sensor. I need to do one other thing. Okay, so we've got the pressure in English right here, so it's in HG. So basically you divide this by 2 and you get PSI. So we got our data. I'm going to go to graphs, and now we're going to get a good pull. Okay, now we're going to take a look at this data, guys. So yellow is short term. The green is the boost. "64 inches of mercury." So that's over 30 pounds of boost. Over 30 pounds of boost, guys, with 60% trim. Oh my God, can you believe an OE would actually allow this? The OE knows that they're giving 60% trim right here. That's 60% trim, and they're giving us over 30 pounds of boost. That's insane. Wouldn't you have a safeguard on this motor to where if you knew you had a fuel control problem and you could burn the engine up, you wouldn't go into full boost and allow it to have full boost with 60 to 70% trim? This is insane. I've never seen anything like this, guys. Not from an OE. This is like something a race car guy would program, not an OE. But that's what Volvo's done, but I've never seen anything like this. This is just cool. So we've got good boost, we're boosting, and we've got good trim. Okay, now I want to see. Okay, now I want to see if when we get boost, if the boost is causing the trim to come up. So let's stop and look at this data. Okay, now this is when I'm just cruising along and we got fuel control and our boost is low. And this is when the boost came up. As soon as the boost came up, look at the trim follows it. So the boost is creating the problem. When I'm getting that much air in, I can't keep up with the fuel. Okay, so this is just telling me as the boost came up, I had to trim immediately. Because down here when the boost is light, and what's light, okay? When I've got 15 pounds, not 30 pounds. Okay, plus 30 pounds. Guys, do you realize how much 30 pounds is? When I was 19, I built a bi-turboed 350 Chevy Camaro. And I wanted to run 30 pounds of boost. I didn't want to, I did. And I couldn't keep head gaskets in that car. Even O-ringing the heads, I couldn't keep it. Now, I had a carburetor. We didn't have exact fuel control, and I didn't have the knowledge I have now. But I'm telling you, I tried to make those head gaskets live. Okay, there's a soccer mom's car that's got over 30 pounds of boost, guys. This is like some hot rod. It's unbelievable. But when we come up from 15 pounds to 30 pounds, that's where I have all this trim coming in. When I get the boost, the trim is following it. So I'm getting the air in, but I'm not getting the fuel into the motor. Now, okay, right now, I'm concerned about this RAF sensor. I don't know if this RAF sensor is working or not. Okay, if it drifted its calibration, I could be chasing my tail looking for a trim problem, and it's nothing more than a bad RAF, an out of calibration RAF. So what I've got to do now is I need a gas analyzer on this car. I'm going to have to make sure that what's coming out the tailpipe in lambda matches this lambda sensor. And if they do, that proves that the RAF is good, so I don't got to worry about it. Because right now, I don't know. It could be a RAF causing this whole car to be an unfixable car. So let's get the gas analyzer and let's see what we got. Okay guys, I got the gas analyzer probe. I've put it in the tailpipe and I've taped it to the body of the vehicle with tape. This is painter's tape, so it doesn't stick, so it won't damage the paint at all. We bring it up through the rear window into the car, and then I've got the gas analyzer in the seat. So I've just put the gas analyzer in the seat, and it's wirelessly connected to the scan tool, so we can get scan tool data and 5-gas on the same screen. It's going to be very important on a car that's this complicated. Okay guys, this is the software for my 5-gas. This is the lambda from the 5-gas. This is the lambda for the RAF sensor. The red is the car, the yellow is the gas analyzer. This is from the gas analyzer, this is the car, and this is the fuel trim for the car. Total fuel trim. Okay, so we're just going to do a light cruise here, and we know that it should be okay because we don't have trims at light cruise. We have problems under turbo boost. Okay, so as we can see, under light loads, the fuel control is on the money. We're staying right at about a lambda of 1, which is what we want. That says the fuel system is controlling this system. The computer is in control. When we need to be more worried about it is a hard boost, and I'm going to be able to boost this car right up here. Okay, we're going to go under boost. So we're on a hard pull here. Okay, the trims are at 53–54%, and I'm at 0.6 on what the gas analyzer is and 0.97 on what the lambda is. The lambda sensor is absolutely misreading. This car is very, very rich. 40% rich almost.
Vacuum. Low. Engine vacuum.
Right off the test drive, to diagnose this unfixable car. Guys, I diagnosed this car and I didn't even pop the hood. That's what you get when you have powerful tools to aid you in this type of work. Okay guys, the shop has put the RAF sensor in the car and relearned it with a scan tool. So now we need to go test drive it to see what's going to happen. Okay, hop in, let's go for a ride.
And now.
Okay guys, we're out on a test drive. The shop has put the RAF sensor in and relearned it. This is our chart that we were doing the other day. Let's do a turbo boost. Okay, we're getting a good pull. Okay, just like the shop said, they said it was fixed, and it is. You can see that all those squares on top now are green. We want one more pull here. Yeah, no red, no 70%, anything. So now is what we want to do is we want to check those gases. We want to see what's going to happen with the gases.
We are going.
Okay guys, this is from the gas analyzer. This is from the RAF sensor of the car. This is from the gas analyzer. This is from the car, and this is the total trim. Okay, I'm going to be able to get this thing in turbo mode here. Okay, we're turboing, we're pulling hard. We're still pulling hard. Okay, so that's a good solid turbo pull. And we can see that the gas analyzer isn't showing 0.6 now. Okay guys, we've diagnosed this unfixable car, and this pesky little part here made this car completely unfixable. Just a simple RAF sensor, but it's not a simple diagnosis if you don't have the right tools. You can chase your tail looking for a stupid part like this. Guys, don't chase your tail. Have good tooling in your shop so you too can win the battle, so you can win the war in your base.